Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Kol Haloyim La, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Achak Wadash. Double honors to my apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who are the apostles and elders of Yasharallah. Peace and salutations to the Bayaf that would die the house of Dado for elect. And this is the article from CNBC. And we know that today that we had the cut the rates, the Fed rates to 50%. But it says here, despite that, the Dow closes nearly 800 points lower. Okay? Because why? Because this place is not going to be healed, man. All right? And it says that in the scriptures. Let me read this article real quick. It says, stocks fell sharply in volatile trading on Tuesday. Let me show more. On Tuesday, as an emergency rate cut by the Federal Reserve failed to assuage concerns of slow economic growth due to the coronavirus outbreak. Today is Tuesday, March 3rd, 2020. Okay, this is an article for today. It says the Dow Jones Industrial Average closed 785.91 points lower. All right. Okay, because they're getting ready to crash the stock market, man. Okay, due to this coronavirus. It said the Dow Jones Industrial Average closed at 785.91 points lower, or nearly 3%, to 25,917.41. It rose more than 300 points earlier in the day, and that's when the Feds promised to do the 50% rate cut. All right, and then and then the investors started investing again, man. All right, but what's been happening is this coronavirus has been spreading like wildfire, man. People's been pulling out again. You see? All right. It says the 30 stock average gyrated between sharp gains and solid losses after the decision was announced. The S&P 500 fell 2.8% to the 3,003.37, while the Nasdaq composite pulled back 3%. You see, so it's crumbling, man. All right, and not only that, all right, you have this coronavirus in New York getting out of hand, man. I mean, around the world getting out of hand. Now we have a second case in New York City. Okay, that says the inquiry stretched from a hospital in Westchester County where workers face a possible quarantine to a college campus in Manhattan. This is the public health authorities descended on a hospital, telling some nurses and doctors they would need to be quarantined. All right? And this thing is spreading, man. And what does quarantine mean? Concentration camps. And like I've been bringing out in other videos, and other Oculus been bringing out in other videos, all right? They were getting ready to bring this vaccine. This vaccine is going to have the RFID chip, which is ID 2020. It says here they ordered a synagogue to halt all services and to hold attendance at a recent bat mitzvah to stay at home for the rest of the week. And this is coming on to city to everywhere, man. Everywhere around here, okay. And I'm talking about the tri-state area. They're gonna end up quarantining people, man. And this is gonna go all around America. Okay, you got people going to Costco's, all right, all in the flutter, all right, getting all these germicide soaps and bacterial soaps, face masks. Things are running out, water, food. Okay, so the people's in a frenzy, man. And what do you think is going to happen when the stock market crashes? All hell's going to break loose, and that's going to be the beginning of Jacob's trouble. All right? And the other article I have right here, all right, that they're bringing out, and see, because we're not ignorant of Satan's devices, right? This is what Esau is saying, right? So now, Esau says this. It says, coronavirus outbreak was spread in New York City, officials warn. You see? Because it says that because now we find out with the coronavirus that it has more than a 14-day incubation period. Okay? And they don't have the proper equipment of how to really test this virus. Because this is all they're doing First and foremost, this is all the doing of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, okay? Using these Edomites, man. It says in New York City, some 1,200 hospital beds could be made available to coronavirus patients without interfering with anyone else's medical care. So what do you think is going to happen, all right, if you have all these people with this virus in New York City, man? New York City is going to be a ghost town. 42nd Street is going to be a ghost town, and that's going to be what? That's a place of market, buying and selling, man. That's going to cause a major a crash, man. So we know what's getting ready to happen out here, man. All hell's getting ready to break loose. This is let me read this. This is it says updated March 3rd, 2020. Today, New York officials warned on Monday that the coronavirus was likely to spread in New York City, a day after confirming that the Manhattan woman had contracted the virus while traveling in Iran and was now isolated in her home. See? Quarantining people. And they make light of this thing. Just last week, they was making light of it, man. Just last week, okay, you had President Trump talking about everybody's getting better, man. And this thing is getting in control. But we see otherwise, man. All right? That was it on this article I'm going to read. And I'm going to get to some scriptures. But we see what's going on, man. We definitely see what's going on. All right? The Lord is bringing this place down, and Jacob's trouble is getting ready to happen. First, let me bring this out real quick. Salakia. This is Jeremiah 51:9. It says, we will have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Exactly. Things are not going to get better, man. Okay, the stock market is crashing. All right? They made a 50% rate cut, and that still didn't do anything. All right? Because this thing is getting ready to crash, man. It said, we would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her, and let us go everyone into his own country. And that's what this heathen is getting ready to do, man. They're getting ready to forsake Babylon, man. All right? And due to this quarantining, people are not going to be people going to be forced to stay in their country. For a judgment reacheth unto heaven and is lifted up to even to the skies. And what's getting ready to happen here in America and all around the world is Jacob's trouble, man. Okay? Especially here in America. This is Jeremiah 30:7. 30, I'm going to start with 6. Okay? Because what's getting ready to happen, man, is a major famine. That's what I see is happening, because all these stores are getting ready to get to be empty. And once people see the stock market is crashing, they're going to run to them stores, man. It says here, this is Jeremiah 30:5. It says, for thus saith Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, we have heard a voice of trembling, of fear, and not of peace. Yeah. Okay, Trump. The scripture says, so to say, peace and safety, sudden destruction happened, man. All right? And that's what we're seeing. You got the news, and you got the media, all right, through the elites trying to dumb down the people, all right, but through the internet and through the prophets of the Lord, okay, we're letting the people know what's getting ready to happen, man. And we see, all right, through the stock markets and we see, and through this virus, that great things are getting ready to happen. The people are not ignorant no more, man. Okay? Jeremiah 30:5, it said, for thus saith Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, we have heard a voice of trembling. We see, all right, that great things are getting ready to happen, man. And a lot of you people that rely on the system is getting ready to be having derision. A voice of trembling, of fear, and not of peace. Ask ye now and see whether a man doth travail with child. You see? Okay, because what's going to happen, man? Great trouble and vexation of spirit, okay, and famine and destruction and woe is getting ready to happen, man. Okay, so Jeremiah seen men grabbing their stomach, man, for fear and famine. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins? Why, man? Again, for fear and famine. As the woman in travail, and all faces are turned to paleness. Now, why is all faces are turned to paleness? Okay? Before all these plagues and pestilences getting ready to happen upon a place called Babylon, man, which is America. It says, at last, for that day is great, so that none is like it. And you see this getting ready to happen, man. You see how how it's getting ready to be, that none is like it, man. Okay, because the people in this generation, okay, or at his highest in carnality and wickedness. And what do you think? How do you think these people gonna act? All right, that don't have the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. All right, when they can't feed their belly, man. Okay, and can't go out and spend their money on the weekends, man. All right, and knocked out of their comfortability. What do you think is gonna happen to these people, man? They're gonna go and they're gonna end up eating each other, man. They're gonna end up killing, raping, robbing, and murdering each other, man, and then eventually eating each other because it's gonna be a major famine. It says, "At last," Jeremiah 37. "At last, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it." And let's talk about you so-called Black, Spanish, Native Americans, man. All right. Because what do you think they're going to do when they shut down this government? They're coming after you so-called blacks, you so-called Hispanics, you so-called Native Americans. Quarantining you, and you already know what's going to happen, man. The first purge, man. It's getting ready to go down. Okay, and the only ones that are going to be saved out of that is the elect, man. For it shall come to pass in that day, it says, saith the Lord, Yahweh Bashim shall have armies, that I will break his yoke from off thy neck, and I will burst thy bonds, and strangers shall not serve themselves of him. Because we know that when Jacob's trouble happened, all right, that Yahweh Shai is on his way. All right? That we know that once Jacob's trouble happened, they could be enforcing the RFID chip. World War III is gonna be in the midst. So we know that the Lord coming, man. All right? But we talk about this all the time, that Jacob's trouble is getting ready to happen. They call us, hey, you had Trump talk about the prophets of doom. Okay, but we're just letting you know what the scriptures are talking about, man. And what the Lord's getting ready to bring down upon this place called Babylon. It's 2nd Ezra 15 and 14. Woe. Woe means destruction, okay? Woe means doom. Woe to the world, doom to the world, and them that dwell therein. For the sword, we all know what a sword does. Sword is a destroying instrument, man. It's a killing instrument. And their destruction draweth nigh. And one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands, meaning guns, man, weapons. Why is one people going to fight against another? Okay, because there's going to be a famine. Maybe it's going to be lawlessness. Okay? For there shall be sedition among men. Okay, why is it going to be sedition among men, man? Because people's not going to be able to feed their family. The Dow's going to crash. What's going to happen when people can't buy things, man? Okay? People can be robbing, stealing. There's going to be lawless out here. And invading one another. This is what Ezra's seen, man. Our forefather Ezra. Okay? This is Jacob's trouble. People's going to be invading one another, man. People's not going to be staying in these quarantine in the houses, man. Okay, after a while, when they can't feed their belly, okay, they're going to bring these martial law troops. It's going to get ugly out here, man. For they should not regard the kings and the princes. They're not going to regard the military. They're not going to regard what the government is saying. They're not going to regard, okay, what the president is saying. And like, again, these people are not, listen, this generation, these people are not ignorant, okay, and they know what's about to, especially these Edomites. They know what's getting ready to go. These the six-pack Joe, all right, they're prepping, man, and they're getting their guns and they're stacking on their food, okay, and they're preparing, man. 144, and when that food runs out, okay, and Billy and Joe, okay, and Becky loses their money in their 401k and can't feed their children, all hell's gonna break loose, especially you so-called Black, Spanish, Native Americans, man. Okay, because when your when your ribs are touching, okay, when you can't feed your kids, all right, you're gonna go to Becky's and Billy's crib. So things are gonna get crazy out here, man. Things are gonna get absolutely nuts out here, and this is what we call Jacob's trouble. And this is what we've been warning you people for years. And start with the apostles and the elders, man, my elders of Great Millstone. Been warning you people for years, man. So when this famine of word happens, okay, internet shut down at the same time. Listen, it's gonna get the Lord might do this all in one time, man. because the Lord says he's going to shorten time for the election. The Lord's not going to drag this thing out, okay, for 5-10 years, man. Okay, because the saints are being worn out. All right. Okay, and the Lord knows that what he wants to. The Lord wants to bring the kingdom to his people, man. It says, "For the sword and the destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. For they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and their course of their ashes shall stand in their power." Meaning what? Meaning when the market crashes, they're not gonna have no excuse to the people, man, and the people are gonna overtake them. Okay, the people are gonna overtake these small governments, man. Because why? Because a lot of these, especially here in America, man, this is not a communist country. Okay, a lot of these people, a lot of these Americans have weapons, man. Okay, all right, they're not robots. Okay, like them Moabites and Ammonites over there in these other countries, the heathens in other countries, man. And that's why it's gonna get so crazy out here in America and Babylon. In the course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go in the city. What's that talking about? Quarantine stations, martial law, and shall not be able. Okay? For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. You see? Because when that stock market crashes, man, and people have no way of getting food, water, they're going to be afraid, man. When certain laws are placed, when draconian law is placed in effect here in America, man, okay, which the American people are not used to, it's gonna be a great clash. But shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and great tribulation. And this is what we're telling and we're foreseeing to come here in America, man, and letting you people know what's about to go down. Okay, you see in the articles that the stock market crashed, went 800 points lower. Still in all, with the 50% cut rate with the Feds, even with that, it still dropped 800 points. We see that what this coronavirus is getting out of hand. All right, and I live in the tri-state area. Okay, and we see that what New York City has a second case of the coronavirus, and then they had an article saying like, listen, this thing is gonna spread all over New York City. So what's the end all be all? What do these elites have planned or plan to do? What's gonna be the solution to this, man? They're gonna quarantine everybody, man, and give people a choice to take a vaccination that has the RFID chip, which is ID 2020. And through that vaccination, they'll be able to identify if you have the vaccine through the chip. And that's when everybody's going to have to make a decision, all right? And people are going to know that prophets was among them, man. All right? So with that, I'd like to give all praises, all honor, all glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Makakwadash. Double honors to my apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who are the apostles and elders of Yashavala. Peace and salutation to the Bayath that would die the house of David of Philek. So until next time, Shalom.